What's up, y'all? Welcome to this quick little video. I have the tarot deck spread here on my desk, and we're gonna read. We're gonna go through everything. We're gonna pull some cards and talk about what's going on. Before anything, I hope you're doing great. I hope, as much as life is difficult, I hope life is also blessing you, and I hope you're seeing the blessings and you're opening your eyes to the positivity in life, because it can become so easy for us to focus on the negative, right? Focus on what always goes wrong. And that's because, things that don't go right have a stronger impact in our mood and in our life, rather than, what goes right. Because I feel like we get used to what goes right so fast that we sometimes don't appreciate it, or sometimes we just overlook it, because we are blessed every day for waking up one more time, right? And some of us don't acknowledge that. But before anything, I hope life is good to you, and I hope you're good to life. I hope you've recognized who you are and the power you have, the influence, the love, and the attribution you give to this world, okay? I hope you're open to receiving this beautiful energy that is all around us, because we can walk as a person who is narrow-minded and block all these blessings, block everything that the universe is trying to give us and show us with life. Remember that life wasn't meant to, be all the time happy, right? We must understand pain, and we must understand that sometimes for us to grow as people and become wiser and smarter and better at what we do, there's a process to that. There's a process to acquiring your skills and your wisdom. Everything in this life is earned, it's not given. So remember that as you go through life, and as you go through the difficulties, it's just for a moment. So hang on there, hang in there, and things will get better. We're going to start the reading here collectively. Let's see what we need to talk about, right? I'm going to pull a tarot card real quick, and I'm just going to randomly get it from here. A Three of Swords. Lots of pain there. I just had to swallow some saliva, because there is so much pain. But remember what I was saying about, we have to go through difficult times and difficult people and difficult situations to grow. What's the funny thing about life, but also like the beautiful thing about life, is that you have power over everything and power over everyone in this world, in this, because you can choose to forgive and move on. And sometimes we'll forget. I'm not gonna, sometimes we'll forget, but forgiving is the most important. Forgetting, it might never happen, and walking away. We do have the Three of Swords, but in this deck, the Three of Swords, we've pulled the swords out of the heart. We have healed. We have forgave. We've given peace, and we've released somebody and or someone or some situation. And so we still have that pain. We still have the scar. We're still bleeding, but we're healing as we go. So it's important to understand that you're healing, you're doing better, you're doing everything you can in this very moment to heal and to get better. And it might be, for some of you guys, it might take 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. But it's something that, again, we must go through, right? It's something that it's a process to build us better, to build us stronger. It's what forges into a bigger, better person. And we got to understand what happened so we don't make that mistake again. Now, it's not guaranteed that we're not going to make that mistake again, but we are going to recognize the patterns, and we are going to recognize those who might not have the best interest in us, right? I feel like pretty soon, I think the universe is going to touch you with a lot of love. It's going to touch you with a lot of healing. I think the universe, your angels are surrounding you right now, past lifetime, energies and people are around you, seeing how difficult it's been for you, the depression, the anxiety, the pain in your heart and all that. They see that and they want to help you, but you got to understand that the only person that can physically help you is you. Spiritually, that can give you signs. Spiritually, they can raise you up, for moments. They can give you hope. But the one person that has to get the swords out is you. The one person that has to pull all this, all this trauma out of your heart, it has to be you. You have to find a way. You got to find a way to pull that pain out of your heart, because you can live your entire lifetime with pain in that heart. You can walk this life bitter. You can walk this life with lots of pain and hate, and I think we have a moment pretty soon, and I love summer because summer is when the sun is, the closest to the earth, and it gives us lots of vitamins. It gives us lots of energy and light, and summer is a really good time to heal. Summer is a really good time to step outside, and you don't have to run around barefoot. You don't have to do rituals, or it's just, you have to just go outside and enjoy the moment. Listen to the birds, listen to the nature, right? There's a lot of healing there. I think the universe is gonna touch you with a lot of love pretty soon, a lot of magic, whether you believe that or not. It's gonna be this feeling of a rebirth, and you understanding that you still have a purpose here, and that there's so much to fight ahead of you, and there's so much to experience, and there's like beautiful times ahead. And what's in the past, it's in the past, and it's no longer needed. Nine of Cups really good card to have as we start to heal, as we progress, and as we acknowledge that we've been hurt in the past. And although it's been difficult, some of us got cheated on, some of us got left for others, some of us, we were pushed out of a family, we were pushed out of a relationship by others, not necessarily by your partner. Some of us had to go through this difficult time due to like a third party. And it could be a group of people. It could be the friends of the person that you wanted to be, or that took you for granted, that brainwashed this person, right? But the Nine of Cups shows a person that doesn't give up. A knight riding a horse, moving forward, doesn't suppress the love, that doesn't suppress anything, that opens the heart up and says, you want to be my friend? This is who I am genuinely. Here, I got you a flower, or hey, have an amazing day. You have a beautiful smile. It's somebody that goes through life. The Knight of Cups is someone that goes through life just spreading the love, letting everybody know how much they appreciate life and how much they appreciate the world. It's somebody that's, and a lot of the times when we meet people like this, they've been through a difficult time. They have suffered internally and externally, and they understand what it is to walk through the fire and the heat. And so they spread the love and the joy because they feel like there's not enough of that, because they spend enough time walking through the fire. It's funny how, there's people out there, right? It could be you, it could be your coworker, it could be others that are battling bigger battles than what you have. And it might not show that, because it might show as weakness, but you know what they do? They don't want to see they don't want you to see the pain, because it's horrible. It's like when you go through something very difficult, and the last thing you want to wish, even to your enemy, is the pain you're carrying or you're suffering. And so you use the opposite. You show lots of love, because you know that maybe at one point where you were at, or where this person was, it was so horrible. And they rather express the love, and they rather express the joy of life and the beautifulness of being a friend, of being open-hearted. Ace of Wands. Here we have the opportunity. Here we have a new adventure. The universe wants to help you release, shift back into a lighter person with goals, with ideas, adventures that are going to fulfill you in many ways. We have good health coming back to you. If you've been suffering from depression, if you've been isolating yourself, the universe wants to get you out of there, and it wants to rebirth you. As far as your physical, your body, the universe wants to rejuvenate you internally, so you can vibrate that and So it becomes externally. I'm going to say this again, and I promise you I'll stop saying it later on, because when I say universe, I mean God, right? Well, that's what I mean. When universe offers you love and life and vitality, it's like, I'm talking about God. As human beings, we have to have hope. We need hope. We need belief. We need to trust in the higher power. If we want to succeed, if we want to create, we have to humble down a little bit, because we're not immortals. We're not indestructible. We walk in a world where there's light and darkness. We walk in a world where there's pain and there's happiness. We walk in a world where today you might be here and tomorrow you might not. So this belief of you feeling bigger than someone, or bigger than anything, bigger than God, or, you having, this tarot community, my channel is all about the light. My channel is all about the positivity. My channel is all about the hope, even religion, even the connection with God, source, self. My channel is not about darkness and rituals and entities and asking for power from spirits that are unrecognizable or unknown. And so I'm going to talk about God, and the most important thing in life sometimes is the connection. And that's all you need. It's the connection, and you opening and allowing that bridge between you, your heart, and God, the universe. It's very important. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether you're trying to achieve success, that you do it with God, because things will be a lot easier. Ace of Wands, again, it's like a new adventure out of nowhere. Like your energy shifts. You start healing. You start feeling better. You start looking out the window and you want to get out and run outside. You start planning things even by yourself, and you're saying, I want to go see this place. I want to go visit this. I want to go and experience this. And if I have to go by myself, so be it. I'll go by myself. I'm tired of sitting in the darkness. I'm tired of sitting in the stress, the pain. I need to get out. There is healing for you. You deserve healing. You deserve love. You deserve peace. You deserve everything positive, because you've been through everything negative. So accept it. Demand it from the universe. This is your one opportunity to be alive. And the last thing you want to do is go through life narrow-minded and live a life full of doubt, full of fear. Let God in. Let the universe in. Stop worrying so much about your spiritual the spiritual life on the other side. What's most important right now, it's right here. It's where you breathe, it's where you eat, it's where you walk. This is where we're at right now. It's this vessel, this present moment, this physical world. Stop worrying so much about the spiritual world and focus on the connection with Source, with God, with the universe, and that's all you need. You don't need to pray to anybody or any other thing. You don't need to do that. Some people might get triggered by that because I know a lot of tarot readers do weird stuff like that. The Fool. We see a transition of, Ace of Wands, the Fool, of needing and wanting to take a new path or wanting to take a different approach to life, wanting to have a different attitude when it comes to everything that is happening to us. I love the Ace of Wands because it brings us a lot of energy, a lot of fire, a lot of motivation, a lot of up and go energy. We're not thinking about it. We're not planning it anymore. We're jumping just like the Fool. We're saying, okay, I have to change. Okay, I have to pursue this. I have to fight for what makes me happy, if it's positive, right? If it's good for you, if it's healthy for you. And this energy of fire is creation, is you putting in the work. And they say motivation can only last so long, but discipline is what will keep you going once the motivation is gone. Once you feel like, oh, the moment is gone, the energy is out, the video is over, the talk is done, like this interaction that we have between you and me right now, when it's all done, when I hit stop streaming, it's disconnect, and it's like, what are you gonna do after that? Are you gonna remember the message? Are you gonna remember the opportunity? Because if God is offering you, if the universe is offering you an opportunity for you to rebirth and do something better, or for you to follow your passion, or there's some kind of blessing coming to you that has to do with the physicality of this world, are you gonna take on that, or are you just gonna walk away and forget about it? It's what you do constant every day that will get you from A to B. It's not how you think about it or how you try to manifest it. Trying to manifest things is good, but doing things to better your life and better receive what you're trying to manifest, then that's when things get better and easier. It's like you're trying to manifest love into your life, but your life is full of chaos. You got addictions, you got things that you can't even control. You can't even control yourself, and you're trying to call in love. I know there's people that do match and randomly marry right away, like randomly. But for some of us, it's different. For some of us, there's a bigger lesson to acknowledge and learn. And for some of us, there's going to be a, restriction, because we're in a self-destructive path. And the last thing that the universe wants is to give you someone to love, but you destroy their life. It's like, in a sense, some people won't come to you because they're also protected. If it's you that has the issues, that you choose not to look into your issues, your faults, and your negativity, drinking too much, drugs, not having a vision for yourself, not looking up into the future. not working for something that benefits you the long way, your roots, your, bloodline and all that. You're destroying all that by being careless. And I think there is a time for everybody where we're childish and we're immature and we don't know any better. And I say it's not okay, but sometimes we make those mistakes of not worrying about what's important, and as we grow we mature, right? And then we find out what's important. And I understand that maybe some of you guys are going through that. Maybe some of you guys are super young, or ladies, y'all are super young. Maybe some of y'all have a lot of pain. Maybe y'all gave up on life, gave up on the universe, gave up on God. It's a beautiful feeling when you come close to the universe, come close to God. It's an amazing feeling. I guarantee you will shed tears of joy, happiness, and life. Like, you're gonna feel amazing, and you're gonna feel thankful and grateful that you opened and you created that bridge between you and the universe. When you're open, when you accept the universe and God into your life, I know it sounds like I'm trying to, convince you or whatever, but I want you to know and understand that when you do choose to do that, you don't walk alone. Okay? You don't walk alone. You don't suffer on your own. There's always someone there with you. Eight of Swords. It's all in your head. Everything's in your head. Everything that has kept you stuck, has kept you prison, it's all in your head, because God is giving you the opportunity to get out and do new things, the opportunity to meet someone new, the opportunity to start something new, the opportunity to gain something new in your life. With this fire energy, you're being granted access to whatever it is that you want. Healing, even material things, a car, a house, whatever it is that you want to pursue. God is telling you, listen, I want to give you that, but you have to get out of this energy of pain, of you creating your own prison in your head. You have to get out of there, because in that prison, I cannot help you. That's a self-imposed prison. That's your thoughts holding you captive, holding you hostage. That's the fear surrounding you. And the thing is that you are the one putting yourself in there, okay? There is a rebirth being given to you. And the beautiful thing about the rebirth is that you get to leave everything from your past in the past. Because the rebirth, we cannot bring none of that baggage, none of that garbage, none of that pain, none of that suffering. Just leave it out and say, you know what? Here is everything that I've carried for the past 10 years. I'm going to leave it right here. And I want to start new and fresh. And that's the rebirth. You cannot rebirth if you don't change. Yes, you have to get rid of addictions. Yes, the transformation is difficult. Yes, it's hard. Yes, everything's hard in this life. Being an addict is hard. Working every day is hard. Keeping a head over your roof it's not easy. Fighting for your dreams, it's sometimes it's complicated, but when you get there, there's a bigger reward than anything. So you choose what kind of pain or what kind of hard you want in life. You choose what you really want in this life. And if you're going to go for the easy stuff, if you're going to go for the, I want to get numb today, I don't care about life, I'm sick of work, why don't you change jobs? Why don't you go back to school? Why don't you do something positive instead of wasting your life? Wouldn't you, there's something there. Listen, a lot of people say, I don't know what I'm doing here. Life is just, I don't want to be here. Life is difficult, it's hard. You walk here in this earth because you were chosen. You were chosen to walk on this earth. And there's a bigger purpose for you. It's just that you haven't discovered it. And for you to discover that purpose is that you have to look. You have to engage in positive things because we are servants of each other. We do help out each other. We connect us as human beings. We connect one from the other, from the other, from the other. And our purpose is to connect. Our purpose is to do. But if you're suppressing, if you're isolating from life, if you're isolating from people, then you will not have a purpose. What do you think purpose is going to be? You need people around you. You need to be open. You need to let people in. Not run your life. Right? But let them in. Any business is based on other people. Anything that you do, whether business, whether stocks, there's always somebody on the other side of the transaction. There's always one person on the other side of the transaction. You're self-employed. Whatever it is that you're offering to the world, there's always somebody on the other side. We are meant to connect as human beings. We shouldn't be separated the way we are. But this world is crazy. There's a division. There's a group, there's government, there's people that make so much money, and yet we ask, there's people that are so hungry, and there's a lot of factors to that. It's not just like, here's some food, I make $200 billion this year, here's some food, be happy. It doesn't work like that, right? It's more than that. But here we have a lot of powerful people, yet they keep us divided. Yet we're divided. Yet we've been, programmed to think different of different skin colors. We've been programmed to hate ourselves when, at the end of the day, it's us that we connect. Regardless of what it is, we connect with each other. Whether one is helping the other or whether the other one is being enslaved from the other, we connect with each other, okay? I think guardian, lost loved one, watches over you. Remember what I said? You're being watched. This is collective, so it could be for anybody. And I feel like, yeah, you do have the protection. You do have the protection. You do have everything at your disposal. And I can sit here and tell you 100 times how much you're loved and how much you're wanted and how much you're needed in this world. But it's going to be pointless if you don't acknowledge that, and if you don't believe that. If I have to convince you to be something, then there's something wrong there. There's something wrong. I'm not saying that you're worthless or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there's got to be a little bit more work into what we do. Maybe there's got to be a little bit more healing that we have to do, and it's okay, because nobody knows where we're headed. Nobody knows what's there tomorrow, but it's a realization that there's more to, work on in ourselves. And it's okay. It's okay to take the time. It's okay to stop all the negativity or everything that we're doing and focus in ourselves. Get out of that self-destructive path that leads you nowhere. I have open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Open your heart. You're getting another opportunity. You will get endless opportunities. Let me tell you this. The universe will give you endless opportunities. The universe will always constantly give you opportunities. The universe will always give you an option. We just have to be open, because sometimes we want something one way, but the universe is showing us a different way, and we don't want to take that path because we want it this way. And you have to be open. That's why they say it's easier to just flow with the universe. It's easier to just flow with God and trust and look the other way. Look at what they're trying to show us. It might not be as bright and as shiny as what you want right now, but that's the way. That's the journey. That's the best and the easiest. It might not be all shiny and full of diamonds like you want it to be right now. But that's the way. That's the best way for you. But because you're focused on the shiny, and because you're focused on what you want and how you want it now and now and now, you might miss out on this exit or this other path that it might be a little rocky. It might be a little different. This path might ask you to change in certain ways, because every path requires you a different suit, right? Every path. You're walking the path of fire, you need a suit of one of those firefighter suits. You're walking the path, or the stream of water, and you need a swimsuit or some kind of suit where you can submerge, right, with oxygen and stuff. You walking on, through the earth, and so, you're gonna choose the path of air. You need wings. You need some kind of something to keep you up in there. So there's a change for every path. There is a change needed, and there is a change that you have to embrace. And as difficult as it might be, and it might become, you just have to work on that. Like, you have to accept it. You just have to go through it. What are you going to do? You're going to take a path and then walk backwards, or say, never mind, I'll just sit here because I'm too scared, because I can't shift, because I can't stop doing something, because, I've been a liar, or you're drinking too much and I can't leave the alcohol, I can't leave the drugs. I need substance to feel okay, and that's not how it works. You needing substance to feel okay, you're just comfortable in that state because it fades everything. It fades your life away. And I don't know if you were here, but I think I was reading tarot yesterday, and I think I said, when you choose to not be part of this life, you're walking away from your temple. What is your temple? This body right here, this vessel, that's your temple. And when you choose to fade away from life, when you choose to numb yourself because it's difficult, you're telling yourself, you're saying, I don't want to be here. I want to astral project. I want to leave this world and go somewhere else. And what's going to happen when you leave your temple? Oh, okay, here comes another energy or something else is going to want to take possession of your temple. Remember, we're mind, body, and soul. So we do have a body, and we do have a soul, and the soul has to align with the body, right? And when you choose to remove yourself from your body, you always come back to the body, but if you're constantly wanting to leave this world or not wanting to live in this physical time, which is a blessing to be in, something else, when you come back to it, something else is going to be there. And what is that? Those are addictions. Those are difficulties. That's fear. That's what keeps you, what holds you back, what holds you down as a person. you know, where people get depressed and it's like, I can't do anything because everything brings me down. Is there something there that you have acquired, or there's something in your vessel that you need to get out? There's this dark energy in you that you are letting them in. You're letting them live rent free in your vessel. And that's because at one point you said, I don't want to be here. Or you said, this is too much. What is the life even about? If this, if that. And somebody just, or something just sneaked into there. And it creates demons. And those are the demons. It's just negative energy, negative thoughts, negative addictions that we keep feeding because we feel like we need to, like we feel like it's okay to every Friday or every payday to run to whatever, you know, your plug or whatever it is, and get lost in the drugs, get lost in other things, you know. Some of us, social media is bad for us, you know. It doesn't have to be just drugs, but when you start losing self-respect in social media, or you feel like you have to do things to the extreme just so people can see you, or just so you can get views, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous game. You thrive based on external validation. And yes, you are getting money, but you're risking your self-respect. You're risking a lot of things bigger than oh man, one more and then I'll go. That one makes no sense. Intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. Okay? The red flags you ignore right now will come back to bite you later. The one that did not make sense was this one. Well, it kind of makes sense now. Honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. So there's, you know, good energy happening here. Maybe a trip, traveling, vacation. But intuition, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. It's all about awareness and vision of where you want to be and who you want to be. And if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a passion, it's like you can't just find your passion. You have to do something to lead you to what you're passionate about. And I feel like sometimes even when you find your passion, there might be a shift where you find something else that you're passionate about, and that thing that you were passionate about before 10 years ago might not be what you end up doing for the rest of your life. Might be just for a moment to catapult you to the next level of who you got to be or who you need to be in this world. The next level of a servant of human, you know, of the human connection, which is what I said earlier, is like we all are connected and we all are servants and we all are, you know, together, and it's a network, you know. I'm getting so many messages, but, you know, it's like I will never stop talking if, you know, stay here. But that's all I got for you. Motivation Friday with tarot has been completed. Thank you so much for listening, hearing me out, for being here with me. Whether you agree or not, show me, tell me in the comments, or show me your pain, show me your journey, what you want, manifest it, put it out there, put it in the comment, you know, in the comments below, what you fought, what you have overcome in life, and where you're headed now. the difference, you know. Tell me who you were before and tell me who you are now, and or the, you know, the beautiful transformation process that you're going through, because it's difficult. Because I've been depressed, you know. I've been in situations, you know. I've been drinking, you know. I used to drink a lot. I've been through everything, a lot of things, you know. So I'm not speaking because it's what I see, but sometimes I speak because I've been there, and I know how difficult it is, and I know how hard it is sometimes. But I'm walking proof that life, that God coexists together. I am walking proof. I'm a walking miracle, and it's all thanks to the universe and to God. And I will always talk about how important it is to connect to source. Thank you so much for being here, listening to me, and connecting, whether it resonated or not, or whether you agree or not. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you can overcome anything, because you can. It's all up to you, right? It's the attitude we put forward. Have faith and expect miracles, because you are a miracle. You guys have a good one. Thank you so much. Thank you for all those super chats. Okay, appreciate everybody. I wasn't looking at the Veronica, Laura, Doris. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. I gotta go. I gotta go eat. My mom is waiting for me to eat. Bye.